After several successful ports to the Famicom, Namco decides to take it to the next level, an original game, with Starluster. Starluster is a first-person shoot-'em-up taking control of a ship mission to defend several bases and stars from enemy units. If you see an enemy on your radar, just fly to them, then shoot all the enemies down in all-range mode. Now, believe it or not, there's a story to this game. It involves a being called Batura taking control of the universe and wants the last bit of energy at the core of the Milky Way, all according to the lone survivor of an intergalactic investigation team. You. Somehow viewing this pure chaos of your dead colleagues, you decide that you are the only one to stop this monster. And from the sound of things, Batura sounds pretty unstoppable, but it goes down with simple laser blasts. Well, that was anticlimactic. Anyway, story out of the way, let's talk about gameplay. Hey, did you hear about this game called Star Raiders made by Atari? The game where you're in space and fly to locations to shoot down the enemies in a first-person mode? If yes, then that's essentially what Starluster is, a Famicom port of Star Raiders. However, the game isn't a rip-off as Atari's legacy never really reached the East. I'd say Starluster is trying to be more like Star Wars. That movie was, and still is, huge, so who wouldn't want to simulate flying in an X-Wing shooting down enemies? Oh, hi Death Star. Plus the presentation is excellent for a game like this. So there's 3 game options to choose from: Training, Command, and Adventure. Training is just a simple version of the game that's almost impossible to screw up. It's just there for practice purposes and that's it. Command requires a lot more focused gameplay as there's a lot more enemies to fight as well as protecting bases and planets. Sometimes they get in danger and you might have to give up on your current mission just to save them. You also have to worry about conserving energy, but for an easy defeat, just fire photon torpedoes at the weakest squadron for an easy victory. Okay, maybe that wasn't a very good example. You may think there's no way of restoring energy. Well, you can by docking at bases, who can also give you power-ups. So yeah, this game requires some strategy to beat. I'll give it to you, Namco. You really put out a game unlike anything else on the system, and something definitely more advanced than, say, Burger Time. But here's the sad truth playing Starluster 30 years later. It's boring. All the core gameplay is flying around this one small section of space shooting down at enemies. That's it. Sure, you may get power-ups, but all they really add is to defense and offense. No unique attacks. Plus, this game can get difficult at times. There's no easy way of defending, so you could blink and then all of a sudden it's game over. And another thing is how much the strobe effects just irritate my eyes. The final mode, Adventure, is a more advanced version of Command, except here you gotta collect keys. If you can figure out how to do it. Yeah, unfortunately Starluster has a bit of that old Famicom cryptic feeling. But once you collect them all, find the planet that turns out to be planet Earth, and there you can find where Batura is, where you can defeat whatever Batura is once and for all. Of course, I couldn't even get that far in Adventure. Starluster may sound impressive for what it is, but don't be fooled. It's not worth it. But still, I gotta give credit to Namco for trying something advanced for this early in the Famicom's lifespan. And I hope next time they can serve up an original game that can turn out to be a true classic.